A live look at Camp Randall Stadium in Madison. First month of the season, teams starting to take shape, find out what they can do, and we will learn more here in Week 3. It's the Eastern Michigan Eagles and the Wisconsin Badgers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you get to Madison, Wisconsin, you know you're someplace special when you walk into Camp Randall Stadium. This is one of the largest and oldest stadiums in the country, opening in 1917. The students make it special. Every time there's a cool moment in the third and fourth quarter, Camp Randall continues to prove one of the best home field advantages in the Big Ten. Guys?
Okay, Holly. Eastern Michigan ready to kick it off and get this game going. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Wisconsin's offense will have the football first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Throwing Joseph. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rigby. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. Wants to throw it again. Makes the catch. It's Kearney. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
I think one of the reasons this offense is so dynamic in the passing game is they've got multiple receivers that can hurt you throwing it. First play of the game, they get a first down throwing it to one receiver. And now in the second play, they get another first down throwing it to a different guy. As a defense, you don't know which guy to double cover. This is going to be a real cat and mouse game for the rest of this one.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
It'll be third and long. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The Eagles offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of his passing attack.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in, and we just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it today at some point in the ballgame.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Kim. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Powers through the defender. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Badgers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Joseph on the play action. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
This offense has it with really good field position. Using his legs, it's James. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all. But no surprise, when you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
Quick strike complete. Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone.
And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And whistles as we stop play. A man down, they'll check on him. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Takes a hit as he fires. That's caught. It's Kearney to the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense. The Badgers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Joseph. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Defense has to stay out of that neutral zone. It's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Joseph. Swings it out to the flat. Finding some room. He smashes his way through again. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. And the Badgers are moving quickly down the field. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. They get to him as he throws. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Talking to coaches coming into this football game, he said he's got to keep his quarterback upright, got to protect him. If they give him time, he can do some damage. But so far, man, he's been hit early. He's been hit often. They've got to do a better job of protection up front.
Throwing Joseph. Catch in the middle, it's Kearney. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They'll go to the counter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. While they have a look at the injured player, will take a timeout. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. Finds the tight end. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Eagles are facing 3rd and inches. To the air, it's Kim. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Great place to start for this offense. Joseph. Get it out on the screen. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. The Badgers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. That's the end of the period, and Eastern Michigan has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. handoff to the lone back. Maybe a crease. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers!
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. You saw it right there.
Eastern Michigan's offense takes the field to get this drive started. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the snap, it's Bennett. That one falls incomplete. They reached into the bag of tricks on first down and couldn't pull it off.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Power football with the run. There he goes. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Kim. Snagged out of the air. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Trailing into games, someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Snags it.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll throw on 3rd and short. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And listen, on 3rd and 1, I'm bringing so many bodies near the line of scrimmage thinking you're going to run the football. But guess what? Now when I got all those bodies near the line of scrimmage, they're...
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. And he is stopped short, well short of the marker as the defense stands tall. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. back on the move. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Give to the running back. Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Now facing a 3rd and long. Throwing Joseph. Blasted as he lets it go. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down. And the Badgers decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Might be calling a hot route. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on...
Makes the catch, and he's free. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And that's not a surprise play call for this offense. A lot of times, man, after a tackle for a loss or a play that goes behind the line of scrimmage, they want to get those chunky yards back. They want to get back to 3rd and manageable. They dial up the screen. They get some positive yards. Now put themselves in a position to be more successful on 3rd down.
It's complete to the right. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that 3rd. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Sends it back in motion. Direct snap. It's Bennett. Wisconsin stops the clock, uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Kim. Throws to the wideout. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. He can get this one up in the wind. It ought to carry for a while. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Here comes Wisconsin's offense to get this drive underway. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Joseph. Got it in the middle. It's Rigby. Gashes the heart of the knee. He's at the tip. He is in. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Inside 30 seconds to play here in the second quarter. They've got it 1st and 10. They've got the screen set up.
And I like what the offense did right there. A lot of times on 1st down, you're thinking run, right? Like be aggressive, come downhill, try to take advantage of the defense. It wasn't a big play, but that will slow this defense down a little bit and just remind them they have to play those screens.
They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the 1st down at the 41. They'll ride the hot hand. They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Ben, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We begin with the Michigan State Spartans taking on the number 3 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Not taking a knee, he'll bring it out. And the returner will be brought down. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that... Oh, he's got some space. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Takes the handoff. It's Bennett. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about it.
Wants to throw. It's Kim. Here's the pressure. He's got an open man. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
On the play. Good enough for 1st down.
And the Eagles have it with a 1st and 10. The run inside. It's James. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the chains, but there is a man still down on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. The Eagles, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Handoff to the single back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Kim. Zings it complete to the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Makes the grab in their space. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get the 2nd and short, and those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a 3rd down.
And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
And this offense now is decision time. Man, they've put a nice drive together. You want to walk away with points, but how aggressive do you want to be? Do you want to take this field goal, or do you want to try to get a touchdown?
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan.
This offense needed a big play, and that is the guy that they need to go to help create a spark on offense. Awesome job.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the 3rd quarter, they'll try to answer here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They go play action with Joseph. They're working that left side. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. 1st down for the offense. From the gun, running back gets to give. There's some room. He's at the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Badger! This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Bennett. It'll fall incomplete. A little creativity on 1st down, but it doesn't work. It'll be 2nd down.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Looking for a man. It's Kim. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
The trickeration goes awry, and it'll be 4th down. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Keeps it on 1st down. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing Joseph. Here's a heat. Hit as he throws. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Badgers will line up to punt it away. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Bennett. Picked off, a turnover in their own end. Trying to take it back.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and all slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Joseph on the play action. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. Turning it on. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Eastern Michigan's offense takes the field to get this drive started. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Kim. Fires to the big fella.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Well, and here's the problem offensively, because you're trailing by so much so late.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Caught, and he's got room. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Eastern Michigan surgical on offense right now. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground.
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Badgers! And the stomping has commenced. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all.
Eastern Michigan, 14.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Bring in the heat. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Now the play fake. Here comes the heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Touchdown, Wisconsin! The defense putting points on the board. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
There is nothing better than watching a big boy do what he was born to do. Ball on the turf, the big fella scoops it up, and Palmer, thank God he didn't have to go far.
You know what? The thing I love about this too, David, is he never quit on the play. He pursued it, showed great effort. He was Johnny on the spot, bounced right into his belly. They may want to put this guy on short yardage goal line because he has a nose for the end zone.
Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this. And his throw is incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. It'll be 3rd and long. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Now facing a 3rd and long. Joseph makes the grab. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Badgers will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Caught in the backfield, it's James. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. 3rd and 7. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on down. Well, they say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. Would have been good for this team if this one had gotten rained out because they lost badly.
Yeah, not a lot to be too proud about in this one here. Good news is you get to go back to the drawing board. You get to go back, you get to have another week of practice as a coaching staff, try and find ways to get players in position to go out and make plays. Going to need a big locker room speech after this one, David.
Yeah, and you're going to watch this tape, and it's going to hurt because you're going to watch it with coaches, and you're going to see the mess-ups and all the things you could have done better, but you got to learn from it. You got to get better. You got to grow, and that's how that works.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.